Welcome to another edition of the Florida State Simulcast. It's time for another What Is Your Score Prediction? FSU takes on number 10 Louisville at Papa John's Stadium at high noon. Initially, I was very confident in this game. But with the loss of Derwin James, I'm a little less confident. So it's taken me a little more time to come up with some kind of score prediction. Now, mind you, this is kind of an arbitrary prediction. I haven't delved deeply into Louisville and what type of matchups they present with FSU, but I looked at a little. I think their secondary is vulnerable. I do think up front, especially at nose tackle, they got some talent. Their linebackers are solid. I do think FSU will have a distinct advantage versus their O-line. They haven't seen a defensive line like FSU's. I mean, not when you play Charlotte and Syracuse. Lamar Jackson's obviously a dynamic player, but in the first two games, he's had all day to throw, and he can pretty much do whatever the hell he's wanted to. Which is not to say he's not a good player just because he racked up gaudy stats against jokes of teams, but he's going to have to adjust quickly. The whole Louisville team is going to have to make a big adjustment, a big step up in competition. So I'm curious to see how they handle that. I do like FSU's advantage in the trenches, specifically, again, FSU's D-line versus their O-line. I think FSU's O-line versus their D-line is probably maybe closer to a push. We'll see. If Kareem R. and Wilson Bell start, that'll be a huge boost. Quite frankly, I think FSU just has more talent all around the field. Size, depth, the whole nine. I think they'll wear Louisville down, even with the loss of James. So, you can tell already, I'm going with an FSU victory, and my score will be 37-26. Odd score, I know, 26. A little weird. But yeah, I'm going with an 11-point victory here. Louisville could very well win the game. I just don't see it happening. I like the fact that it's at noon. And I like FSU's overall depth and talent versus Louisville's. And I think they can slow down Jackson just enough. And I really don't think Louisville's defense is going to slow down Francois and Cook. I just don't see it happening for an extended period of time at least. So 37-26. Noles move to 3-0. Pick up another victory versus a ranked opponent. And this enters a stretch. About a 4 or 5 game stretch where it's going to be tough. So need to get this win right here. Because if they do wind up losing, I think you can probably kiss the Atlantic Division goodbye. Not technically. I know that perhaps Louisville could lose 2 ACC games. Maybe, Clemson and maybe someone else trip up. And then FSU could win the rest of their games, beat Clemson, and, still take the division. But it'd be very highly unlikely if they lose this game. So, I don't think they are. So, mark it down. 37-26. What's your score prediction? Let me know in the comments below. If you're a first-time visitor to this channel, please feel free to subscribe. And this has been another Florida State Simulcast. I'm out.